I am not in America anymore. That is for sure. Okay, so it doesn't look that impressive, Mark.
No, it's...
Oh, it's over here. Did you put everything through that?
Everything all came through with wheelbarrows.
3/4 to being finished, turned on the pump to see if it would work, and you've got a more powerful pump in to start with.
Much more powerful pump.
So it looked like Niagara Falls.
So Mark, this is a 4-year-old water feature, huh?
Yeah, basically I built this with one of my guys back in November 2015. It's a beautiful little ecosystem pond with a 5-foot stream, a couple of fish, but it's a very mature system. We haven't hardly done any maintenance on this, so there's going to be a little bit of weed, but the client loves the ecosystem. That's the main thing about this pond.
Awesome. Look at this little cute neighborhood. I am not in America anymore. That is for sure. What town are we in, Mark?
Daventry, Northamptonshire. I was born and bred till I was 16, then I moved away to progress my knowledge of ponds and water features.
Ah. You have model airplanes.
Well, it's my husband.
You are an understanding wife. So
I support him in everything he does.
In the pond is more his thing too, right?
Yeah.
So this is your...
We both love it though.
Okay, that's good to hear.
He is the one who is very creative.
Uh-huh.
It was his idea. He discussed with me. I said, yeah, go ahead.
Very nice.
Tony came over to the house, had a look at the pond, and then brought Alice back to have a look at my pond. And and then I came round, did the consultation, and
all right, I would love to see this. Yes, after you. So this is a fairly typical backyard, huh? In size-wise?
Yeah.
For you to work in. Did you put everything through that?
Everything all came through with wheelbarrows. We moved the car over slightly, so we made a little bit of room.
Can we see the puppy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aww. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're excited to see me, huh? Yo, we're very excited. Okay, so it doesn't look that impressive, Mark.
No, it's...
Oh, it's over here.
It's a nice little small pond with some fish and a 5-foot stream.
Yes.
And like I say, we haven't really done much maintenance, haven't done any drain and clean on this.
They just let it go natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot of work.
Not at all. It's so easy to...
Oh my goodness. Wow. Classic English style homes here. And then a beautiful little ecosystem pond with a skimmer and a biofalls on it, right, Mark?
Yeah.
And
we've got a microfalls at the top, and then it's a 5-foot stream. We've got a couple of lights in the waterfall, and then we've got a 6-inch skimmer just to take care of the leaf waste. And we've got a few fish in there. We have a few problems with the heron, but the only way to stop the heron is to put a net over, really, or the lines. But it takes away from the natural beauty of the pond.
But you still have some fish in there, right?
Oh, we do, yeah. Last year, 1 fish survived out of 6, I think. So we added more.
Yeah. So frustrating. Yeah. But I love how you actually had a little bit of a slope to face the house, and you just built up.
It was all grass, so it didn't take soil away because obviously the access problems. We basically dug the pond here and we made this landscaping. So we did the landscaping, we put a few little herbs and some strawberries here. As you can see, some of these rocks are huge to bring through there on a wheelbarrow. And some of these rocks are 200 pounds.
Right. All come through the garage. And how long did this project take?
It took one of my guys about a week, about 40 man-hours.
And I love how you can't see any of the filters. I mean, the biofalls is back there, but you cannot see it.
You can't see the starting point. We actually
twisted it.
Faced it away from the viewing area, so you can't see the water source.
Yep.
And it just bubbles up. How often does Tony clean the filter or the skimmer? 6 months or so?
Yeah, 1 to 5 a year.
Yep, and that's the low maintenance aquascape ecosystem.
Yeah, working with nature, the rocks and the gravel help. Lots of moss, lichens, ferns. All these plants are all brand new. when we created the project.
This is my very first stop in England. I'm in apparently Milton Keynes, which is about...
Milton Keynes.
I was up most of the flight. Mark picked me up at London Airport. We're about an hour and a half outside London.
Yeah.
And these are your customers, right?
Yeah. This is Julian and Rachel.
And you guys got this water feature from Mark how long ago?
Nearly 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the cat's name?
This is Kana.
That is an awesome cat. This is a nice little sound of a water feature. Whose idea was this to get this? I'm gonna
Well, both of us really.
Okay, and how did it come about? How'd you find Mark? And
Every few years we had an older pond there, just a smaller one with just a little bit of what's there at the back. We used to get Mark to come and clean it out every 3 years, but it didn't have any moving water and it was always muddy and cloudy and not very good. I said we're going to have to get it replaced soon. We'd like something a bit better. And he said to us, well, I'm starting to do ones with water moving and so on. And we said,
Go for it.
go for it. You can just design whatever you think. I remember when it got near 3/4 to being finished, turned on the pump to see if it would work, and you've got a more powerful pumping to start with.
Much more powerful pump.
So it looked like Niagara Falls.
and you wanted more of a trickle, so you put actually an adjustable. You can adjust this. This is on the slowest setting right now.
Yeah, this is a much smaller pond, and it's very much a trickle. It's more for relaxation. So this is basically a micro falls flowing into the pond, and the rudd have just spawned, and I've just seen the rudd fry today, this morning, which has been fantastic.
And when he's saying the word rudd, it's actually a kind of fish.
Yeah, it's a native fish to the UK, and then it overflows, so we don't have a skimmer. It's basically a negative edge,
So,
and it flows into the basin here, which has got lots of aqua blocks, and you can see the construction of this video on my channel.
how'd you go about designing this, Mark?
Well, I basically came out, we did a full drain and clean on the original pond.
Where was the original pond?
It was literally just right here.
Okay.
It was basically a bare linered pool with a couple of lilies, an iris, and there was slabs along here. When I came out to do the design consultation, I went inside the house. I was standing inside the house looking from inside, and I basically said, this is an absolute fantastic slope, and I would love to see water coming down this slope.
What's the difference between the pond you had before and the pond that you have now?
Well, several major things. One, it looks fantastic. Two, you have clear, clean water all the time, whereas the other pond was always muddy and dark. It just looked black most of the time. Three, maintenance. The other pond, all through the summer, almost on a daily basis, I would need to fish out blanket weed. This, you put the treatment in, we use clover leaf, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and we have no blanket weed at all.
So for a retired guy, it doesn't take a lot of work.
Not at all, no. It's also beautiful. Everyone who's been around here since we've had it has said about how good it looks. Several people have said about they wouldn't want to consider getting one done themselves.
It's really quite unusual in the UK, so people love it when they see it.
Yeah.
And do you enjoy it with the wildlife?
Yeah, there's loads of birds and things that come. We've got frogs that live in there, so it's lovely, it's gorgeous. We're really pleased with all the work Mark's done on it.
And it looks like the cat likes it too. You are the king of the castle here, buddy. Somebody is a reader. All the cats. Speaking of cats. And then here's the view from upstairs. Oh, just gorgeous. And look at this yard versus the neighbor's yard.
Yep.
Just lawn and here you have an ecosystem water feature. I'd rather hang out in this yard, and certainly more so than that yard too. You have the best yard in the neighborhood, my man.
Thank you.
So in England, you typically have smaller spaces than in the States, and this sound of this water, it's just such a small little trickle, but it's just so relaxing. I mean, this is the central theme of this garden. Water is always a central theme of every garden, but when you have a smaller garden like this and you can put in a water feature, it makes that much more of an impact. And what I love about this is the entire backyard, but look at that window. That window faces this right here. You know, for me as the founder of Aquascape, to see our products being used in a country like England is extremely exciting. And then also, it's the same conversations that I have in the States about how they enjoy the birds and the wildlife and the nature that comes with the water feature. And of course, that sound that just relaxes you. You know, for me to be able to come over all the way from the States and see how they've incorporated living the aquascape lifestyle in England makes me excited about doing my job, because as we all know, I love my job, but even more so, I love my art. And this is about art, because this water feature right here is pure artwork, and Mark does fantastic work. Hey, if you like this stuff, please share these videos so more people could see what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about. I love my art.